Hello viewers, tutorial 7 question 3, and we're solving some simultaneous equations problem. So the first one we want to solve is 4x minus 11y equals 18 and 3x plus y equals 32. So we're going to solve that system of equations by elimination. Let's eliminate y, which means we'll need to multiply the first equation by 1 and the second equation through by 11. Multiply each equation through the whole equation through by the multiplier of y in the other equation. So the first one times 1, because this is 1 times y, and the second one times 11, because this is 11 times y. So multiplying that second equation through by 11 gives us 33x is 3x times 11, y times 11 is 11y, and 32 times 11 is 352. So to cancel out the 11y's, do we want to add or do we want to subtract? The signs of the 11y terms are opposite. One's a plus, the other's a minus, which means we want to add them. So minus 11y plus positive 11y gives you 0, which means there will be no y appearing in that equation, and we're left with 4x plus 33x, which is 37x, equals 18 plus 352 is 370. If we divide that by 37, we get x equals 370 divided by 37, which is 10. So we've got the value of x. Now let's substitute that into the other equation. So into one of the original equations. Let's choose the first equation. So we'll substitute into 4x minus 11y equals 18. So 4x is 4 times 10 because x is 10 minus 11y equals 18. So 40 minus 11y equals 18. Moving that 40 to the other side, that gives us minus 11y equals negative 22, and divide that by negative 11, we get y is 2. So our solution is x comma y equals x is 10 and y is 2. So let's check that our solution fits both equations. So we have, if x is 10, then 4x is 40, and 11y is 11 times 2 is 22. 40 minus 22 is 18. And the original second equation, which is the bit in black, was 3x plus y equals 32. So let's check whether 2 fits that. So 3x is 3 times x is 3 times 10 is 30. Y is 2. 30 plus 2, yes, 32. Okay, so A's all good. Now we need to do part B, and this will be a quadratic system of equations because there are squares. We therefore cannot do elimination, and therefore we'll need to use substitution. So from the first equation, let's solve it for either x or y. Doesn't really matter which one, but let's choose y. So if we make y the subject of that, we get y equals, move the x to the other side, is 10 minus x, and substitute that into the other equation. So this becomes x minus 2 squared plus y is 10 minus x. It's still plus 1 squared equals 41. And can we simplify that bracket? 10 minus x plus 1 is 11 minus x squared. This will be x minus 2 squared plus 11 minus x squared equals 41. Okay, so now we need to expand this out. We get x minus 2 times x minus 2 plus 11 minus x times 11 minus x equals 41. Multiplying that out, we get x times x is x squared minus x times 2 is minus 2x, and then we've got another minus 2x from the middle, so we get minus 4x. Minus 2 times minus 2 gives you a plus 4, plus 11 times 11. What does that give us? That gives us 121. Then we've got 11 times negative x is negative 11x, minus another 11x in the middle gives you minus 22x. Then we've got plus x squared equals 41. And let's simplify that equation as much as we can. So we've got x squared and x squared. That gives us a 2x squared. We've got a minus 4x, and a minus 22x gives us minus 26x. We've got a 4 plus 121, which is 125, minus 41 is 84, so that's going to be plus 84 equals 0. That we can divide through by 2, so if we divide through by 2 we get x squared minus 13x plus 42 equals 0. We're looking for two numbers that add to minus 13 and add to 42, because we're going to solve this quadratic equation by factorising. So two numbers that add to minus 13 and multiply to 42 are 6 and 7, so this is going to be x minus 6, x minus 7 equals 0, which has solutions of x minus 6 equals 0, so therefore x equals 6, or x minus 7 equals 0, so that would be x equals 7. Okay, so we have our values of x. When x equals 6, what's y going to be? We can substitute into 10 minus x to get 10 minus 6 is 4. And when x equals 7, y equals 10 minus 7 gives us 3. So our two solutions are y equals x is 6, y is 4, and x equals 7, y equals 3. Clearly both pairs satisfy the first equation because they both, these two numbers add to 10 and these two numbers add to 10. Now what about the second equation? So if x is 6, then we've got 6 minus 2 squared, which is 4 squared, and y plus 1 is going to be 4 plus 1 is 5, that's squared, which is 25. So 4 squared is 16 plus 25, that is 41. Now what about the other pair? So we've got, if x is 7, then we've got 7 minus 2, which is 5, square that we get 25. Y plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4, square that we get 16. So this is 25 plus 16, which is 41. Perfect. Okay, thanks for watching. Over and out.